Terpesona, aku terpesona memandang wajahmu yang manis.
So, hi guys, my name is Naushada Sofia binti Muhammad Zainuddin. So, for my video, I will present to you for the part 4, which is geometry. And then for my video, I will show you about the orthographic drawing, about the isometric drawing, and then the command that I use to draw this drawing. So, let's go. So what you can see right now, this one is my drawing, and then this one isometric drawing, which is in 3D modeling, and then this one is orthographic drawing in third angle, which is top, front, and side. So next, I will explain to you about the commands in 3D modeling that I use to draw in my part. So for the first, I use subtract, and then second, array. For the third, I use circle, and then for the fourth, I use extrude. So next, I will explain to you about the step, which is how to draw my drawing, and then the commands that I use to draw my drawing. So I will explain the step of part 4, which is first, I make a circle which is diameter of 190mm and then 180mm, which is these two is same center point at 5mm height, and then these two also I use command extrude to extrude the circle at 50mm height for circle of 190mm, and then 45mm height for circle of 180mm. So next, after we extrude the object, we need to use common subtract, which is at circle 190mm, and then we subtract with circle of 180mm, and then another one, I make a new circle which is 190mm and 200mm at the top of the object, and then as usual we use command extrude to extrude the circle at 5mm height, and then we command subtract these two circle, which is 200mm and 190mm. So again, I make a new circle which is 205mm and 200mm at the top of the object also, and then we command extrude the circle which is 5mm height, and then we use command subtract also to subtract these two circle, 205mm and 200mm. So next, I want to make a whole of the symmetry, which is we just use the common array. And then first, we make a new circle which is 8 and 5 radius, and then we put the below of the object, and then for the circle we extrude at 10mm, and then we subtract the object. So we can use the common array to make a whole of the symmetry. So for the last part, I need to draw a line which is height 5mm and 100mm wide. So for this line, I need to put the below of the object, and for the last step is just I need to combine all the part. So yeah, that's all for my part, which is symmetry. So yeah, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Ain binti Salimun. So now I will present the AutoCAD presentation for part 3 and part 7. Okay, for step, firstly I measure the real object to get the measurement. After that we sketch after we got the dimension. After that, I began by draw the isometric drawing, that is 3D modeling, and finally, I make an orthographic drawing, and all these part I using the AutoCAD software. Okay, now I will explain about the isometric drawing. Okay, for the first step is I make a circle with diameter of 180mm, and then I make another circle, and I use again command extrude to extrude the circle, and I also use subtract at the circle, and then I create cone with 10 radius and top with 90 radius, and height is 10mm, and then I subtract coin first, then following with second coin. Then I combine all part. So now I will explain the isometric drawing for part 7. Okay, firstly, I use the cylinder, then I extrude to 40mm, then I make another circle with extrude 170mm, and I press pull around 168mm on that second cylinder. After that, I combine with the first cylinder, and I subtract first cylinder and the following the second cylinder. After that, I use fillet edge for the base object on the cylinder. Okay, for the handle part, I use loft to create a surface between the cross section, and the cross section will determine the outer shape for the handle part of the rice padle. Okay, for the end part on this handle, I use again fillet edge to make or to create a rounded transition between the adjacent faces of 3D solid. And at the center of the handle, I make a cylinder or circle to create a hole on that center, and then I use press pull to make a hole between the handle part. Okay, for the orthographic drawing, firstly, I set in the layout using the template given, and then I fill in the title block to write the title, name, number metric, date, and number of drawing. And then I proceed to make the orthographic drawing by firstly I click on the base from the model space to get the orthographic drawing, and then it will come out as a top, and I make a 45 angle to get the real shape of the object. And for the final, I make a dimension for each part to show my measurement of my object. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, now I want to show the method that I use to assemble this drawing project. First, I click move and click the inner part, click the center and put it at the center of the outer body. Then I click the steamer tray, click move, I find the center of the steamer tray and move it on top of the inner pot. For the steamer rack, I use the same method also. Click the steamer rack, find the center and put it on top of the steamer tray. And the last, for the lid, I click and move it on top of the steamer tray and steamer rack. This is the assemble drawing project for my group. So you can see it from the realistic image and multi-angle. Next, for the exploded, I click the lid, click the arrow of the z-axis, put it at the top, then the steamer rack, same method, click it and click the arrow of z-axis and put it below the lid. Then for the steamer tray, click the steamer tray, move at the z-axis, and last but not least, the inner part, click the arrow, move it upward, and you can see it from the different angle. The project have been exploded, and you can see from multi-angle of this exploded drawing. Thank you.
In this part, I want to show you how to draw measuring rice pot using 3D modeling. Okay, make sure your Autocad is in 3D modeling mode because it will make you easy to draw a 3D object. Okay, let's start with the first part of measuring pot. Then we extrude this object. Then use cone in 3D basics and insert diameter value 38 and then choose the top radius in the command and insert the value of 56. Okay, then we specify the height of the pot, so I put here 60. Okay, so you will get drawing like this. Change to shade of grey. Okay, then we want to do the whole of the pot, so you can choose subtract. So we are finished with the measuring rice pot. Okay, in this part I want to draw a power cord cable. So you can see I already draw a female power cord and male power cord. So we must draw a cable and combine this power cord. Okay, you can see we already draw a cable. So we want to connect this female and male power cord to this cable. Okay, you can see that we already joined a male and female power cord to the cable. So we already finished to draw a power cord cable.